Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing? This is Eddie Marcus once again. Look, I know that many of you just love for me to come here and give you the messages that I've been given because they bless some of you so much. And at the same time, I'm sure that there are those of you who just wished I stayed in the bed or went somewhere and took a seat in the snow and got out of your face. And I can understand that that has driven me to the point sometimes where I've indicated that I was so dissatisfied with the way you respond to truth till I've been threatening to go somewhere and sit aside, just leave it to you to learn on your own what I've been trying to share with you, to hope that I can prevent you from having to go through. Hey, but that might mean something at the moment that I say it. But as soon as I walk away, maybe a day, if it's that long, and I think about how helpless you seem to be in your ignorance, how helpless you seem to be in things that you don't know. And something propels me to open up again and come to you, spend a little bit more time on the message of life and that of truth, that which gives life. Today I want to talk about something that is very important to me. In the political front, I find out that people are very scattered all over the place. You got people talking about right, far right, you talk left, far left, you got middle, you got moderate, you got all kinds of bunch of names that's describing individuals and their perspectives about life everywhere. But I'm going to tell you something. I don't think that means a darn thing to the powers that be that is responsible for all existence, and it definitely doesn't mean a darn thing to me. I've heard people talk about socialism. Socialism. That's a socialist. That's a socialist. That's a socialist. What the world is that? That's a socialist. I want to ask the conservatives, I want to ask those who are Republicans and all of those who are moderates and everybody that might be in there between. Are you trying to tell me that it is only the socialists that care about people? Are you trying to tell me that you reject people that care about other people? I never seen somebody saying, well, it is the conservative trying to make sure that everybody got housing. I never heard anybody say it's the Republicans trying to make sure that everybody got health care. I never heard anybody trying to say that it is the Republican conservatives that's trying to guarantee to the American people that they're never hungry, that they're never without shelter, that they're never without education. I never hear any Republican saying that. So what in the hell are you bragging about? Especially when there are so many people that's missing that. And you expecting enough of them to put you in power so that you can deny the rest of the people these things. I got to say, where the hell did you come from? Now, Democrat, I'm not off your case. See, let me tell you something. You guys are funny. When you really get down to it, you're very funny people. You want to say, well, we're not that bad. I guarantee you we're not that bad. Look at the Democrats. We got a lot of people in housing. We got a lot of people getting education and health care. We're doing great things for people. And that's why you should vote for me. Think about that for a second. You know, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. You better be glad I'm not president, because let me tell you where I stand right now. Not that you care, but I'm going to tell you where I stand anyway, because I got this microphone. You can flip the script if you want to, but I'm going to say this. If I had some leadership abilities, if I had some power that you had given me, I would go so far to the left, till if there was a drop off, I'd drop off. Now what am I saying? I'm saying that I believe and I would do. I know I can't accomplish anything without the support of the people. And that's why I have not been given any position, even though I've been striving. But I want you to know what you've been missing. Had I been given the attention that is required, I say to you today that I would do everything I possibly can to get every voice in America, if not everyone, to get as many of those that's essential to get something done. That every individual, if you're a citizen of this country, and if you're not a citizen of this country, you're going to be staying over here, you're going to be treated like a citizen of this country. I want to make sure that neither one of you ever be without housing. I want to make sure that every last one of you will never ever be without food and clothing. Not only that, I would go so far to the left, I want to make sure that not a single soul be denied education, education of choice, education unlimited and unrestricted. I make sure, that's my advocacy, that not a single individual in America, I don't care what your race is, your gender, or whether you straight or funny, not a single one of you would be without health care. From the womb to the tomb. That's my advocacy. I want to make sure, ladies and gentlemen, that these things that I'm mentioning to you right now would be guaranteed by you, the people. And how do I do that? By making sure that every last one of you got a job. And not just any job, but a job of choice. A job that gave you the greatest joy that you could ever imagine. And you're thanking God that finally you don't have to play basketball, or you don't have to dance, you don't have to sing. You could be a teacher, you could be an engineer, you could be a ditch digger, you could be a grass cutter. Whatever it is what you love to do, that's what you will be doing. And this nation of America would be proud and blessed and most beautiful nation on the face of the earth, because it is the right thing to do. And I wouldn't let a conservative, I wouldn't let anybody between conservative and extreme liberalism have a darn thing to say about that, because you wouldn't cut it off. You wouldn't cause no suffering for no damn body. That's if I had the power. That's the way I would talk about it. I wouldn't be trying to be like some others, trying to point a finger saying they haters and they're racist, throw them to the curb, beat them up, get out of here, cuss them out. No. I wouldn't be doing all that. I just stand for what is in my heart. It might come out of imagination, and it might be from God. But whether it is from God or imagination, I believe that every single individual on the face of the earth would love, that they require and desire every doggone thing I just said. What I can't understand is why they are so tripped and locked up in their minds that they would settle for anything less than that. As I was preparing to make this little presentation to you, I thought about something. Somebody might ask me, they didn't, but the thought crossed my mind. Well, Eddie, what about this? What about if you couldn't have exactly what you wanted, and you could, let's say, you know what the conservatives and the Republicans are about. But if you could stand somewhere in between, not going all the way to the left, but left nonetheless, and because you stood not all the way to the left, but away from the center, that would allow, let's say, just for this discussion here, would allow maybe another million people to have just what I described. Just by moving over a little from the center, and not so far to the left. And a million people could receive what I just said. Would I settle for that? Even though just that million or 5 million that you might come up with. But on the other side of that, these people could suffer a little bit longer so that these million or 5 million could be protected. And you want to know what I say to that? I'll tell you what I say to that. If those on the other side of the 1 million or the 5 million, if you could allow them to suffer without what I've just shared with you, what the hell you got to have it for? That's a good question, isn't it? I mean, what you think? You think that now that you allowed these people to have something, this million, this 500 million, you think you're any better than the conservative? You think you're any better than the Republicans? When you're going to allow those others beyond that to suffer? Who tricked you? The same devil that got them got you too. So I come to talk about liberation, free liberation that came from God. Let me tell you something. You're trying to control and manipulate something that you really have no control over, except how you manipulate people's minds. The resources that has been designed to protect and provide for every individual on this earth came from either your imagination or from God, and not from a white man, not from a political party, not from a race, not from internet crap. And so I say, ladies and gentlemen, you hear my voice, and I'm speaking from my dead-blasted heart. And as long as I got breath in my body, that's what I'll speak for. It'll take a devil to stop me, because God has given it to me. Now, you might as well run and put out the fire, because change is coming, because I ain't laying down the mantle yet. Thank you.